Hey guys, how's it going? Good. Okay, cool. Let's go get started here. Sorry. Babette won't be here today, but she sent me a video of the downpour of snow where she lives. I'm like, I'm good. Thank you. We're gonna start in child's pose. My allergies are like really making my eyes super itchy today, so everything else is good. It's just whatever's in the air is like really like rocking my world here with my itchy eyes. So we'll take just a few deep breaths. Check in with where the weight of the body meets the floor. Notice how the body moves as you breathe in this position. Nice deep breaths. And then reach out through the fingertips and walk the hands over to the right side. Lean the left hip away. And then come on back to center and walk the hands over to the other side. Lean that right hip away and breathe into both sides of the rib cage evenly. Two more deep breaths here. Come on back to center and we're going to slide into that cat stretch. Mm-hmm. Same even breaths down into the low part of the ribs. That might feel good to stick around in the upper body today. Lots of shoulder, upper back stuff. a little bit of hips. Mostly we do like I try to get the whole body in every Tuesday, but we'll just do a little bit extra stuff with the upper body today. Take a deep inhale here and exhale and just sink a little bit deeper. See what you're willing to let go of. Two more breaths. Then you can sink back down into child's pose. Nice and easy. Bring the arms alongside the body. Let the shoulders relax here. Lots of space between the shoulder blades. And then go ahead and bring the torso up. Does everybody have a yoga block? Belinda, do you have one of these things? Let's all grab one yoga block, please. We're going to lie on the back and we're going to start with just putting it right at the base of the skull. So not in the neck part like that. You want it just at the back, on the back of the head, so that the inside edge is right at that occipital bone. We're going to lay on that block and just start to turn the head side to side. So not jammed up in the neck, just that edge near, right at the base of the skull there, that occipital bone, and just start to turn the head side to side. A lot of tension in that area, in the fascia, and that tension is related same to the tension in your plantar fascia in the bottom of the feet. Your feet is where the fascia really, everything is connected to that area. So, and then everything is kind of convenes up here. So we're just release a little bit of that tension. Turn the head side to side. If you find a spot that feels extra good, you can hang out on it a little bit. Just maybe a few more moments here. Nice, deep, even breaths in the head. And then go ahead and flip the block onto its flat side, and we'll just take a couple of breaths here. Hmm. And then roll on over to whatever side is facing toward me for this first side. So Nikki and Diane maybe onto your right side, Linda onto your left side. We're going to lay on our left side, grab your block on its mid-height side, and you're going to put it right in line with your bra strap area, okay? So you can rest your head in your hand like this. This shouldn't feel good, actually. So it's okay. So right in line, and you can roll a little bit front to back on this. If you bend the knees, it probably will make it easier if you straighten your legs. Sorry. That might make it a little more intense. I'll talk a little bit about fascia. This is just a really simple technique for mild fascia release. Ow. And and that fascia is like that 3D spider web in the body that holds all of our parts together. It's also where we store trauma. So if you have any trauma on the surface of the skin, you might have scar tissue, a scar from surgery or something. And that scar is actually the fascia that comes together and knits itself back together and again. So just like when you break a bone, that break where it heals is stronger than the rest of the bone. Our fascia works the same way. When it comes together and creates scar tissue, obviously it's thicker and more dense fiber than a regular skin. So those same kind of that same kind of scar tissue can develop deeper into our deeper tissues and layers and through our guts. And this just happens to be around fourth chakra. So a lot of grief, old hurt, resentment can get stuck in these tissues, no matter how loving and open we are. Let's go ahead and switch sides. we all have we all have old hurts and regrets and grief and trauma that we've experienced. So it does tend to get stuck in this particular part of the body. Other types of trauma go other places. And it is the fascia around our rib cage. So anytime we're breaking up these little adhesions, these adhesions like sustained pressure. So anytime we're breaking up these adhesions, it just allows everything else to function more optimally. So we're opening up that fascia in this part of the body. It allows the ribs to expand more effectively when we breathe. So obviously will help us breathe and create a more optimal breath, which is what we lose when we experience loss. Things take our breath away or knock the wind out of us. Good. A couple more here, front to back. And then go ahead and take that block out from under you and slowly roll onto your back. And just take a few deep breaths here. Notice if you can get a more effective inhale and just notice how the body moves as you breathe. stay on the back and come into like a big side body stretch known as Bananasana. Like think of like a crescent moon. So just hear me out here. Walk the feet as far over to the right as you can, keeping both buns on the mat. And once you reach that limit, you walk the feet over to the right, press the right ankle on top of that left. That's going to keep you anchored, and you want to keep both buns on the mat. And then you can kind of shimmy those shoulders over to the right also, maybe arms up overhead if that works. So we're just getting lots of length on one side, lots of compression on the other, just like we did in child's pose. We'll stay here for a couple of minutes on each side. So you have time to kind of fidget and after about a minute, maybe get deeper into it. Oh, it's hard to talk. Sometimes when I'm in that inside edge, right, like right now, my right side, sometimes I get a cramp in that side when I do this. So if that happens, you can just kind of back off for a second and then ease your way back into it. Should feel pretty good. Maybe you can move your feet a little bit more to the right, maybe just a half an inch, just a little bit deeper, and then anchor it with that right ankle. If you cross the left ankle, it'll roll that left hip up. So you want that inside ankle on top. That will keep both buns grounded. Maybe shimmy a little bit further, just play around with it. See if you can just take it a little bit further. Let's stay for about 3 more deep breaths. All right, so to come out of this, move the shoulders back to center first. You can just slide those back, it's pretty easy. And then uncross the ankles, bend the knees, and then you can walk the feet back to center, level out the hips and shoulders. Take the feet out and drop the knees in toward each other. That usually is nice reprieve at this point. It's that little bit of internal spin on the legs. You can hug the knees to the chest for a second if you want. And then slide the feet away from you And we'll do that on the other side. So start to walk the feet over to the left, just sliding them over as far as you can get them initially, and then cross that inside ankle. Oh, I'm super tight on this side. No surprise. And then I can't move my shoulders at all. And then try to shimmy the shoulders over. Oh my, I'm not getting nowhere. Breathe. I keep trying to adjust deeper and I just bounce right back. It's nice to do this if you do the block under the rib cage ever again on your own because you feel like it's beneficial. Then it's nice to back it up with then these nice long holds in these positions so they complement each other. 'We'll stay here for about one more minute. Adjust and shimmy and see where you can get to. 2 more deep breaths here. Kind of slide the shoulders back to center first. And then bend the knees, walk the feet back to center. And you can do that same thing here. Drop the knees in toward each other, kind of slide your feet away from each other and give yourself that little bit of internal spin, maybe. Then you can bring the knees to the chest. No rush, move nice and slow here. Maybe rock side to side. We'll come into a twist here, drop the knees on over to that right side.
first, just for a few breaths each side. Keep that left shoulder grounded. And the same deep, even breaths into the low part of the ribs. And then go ahead and switch sides. And then bring the knees back to center, and you can rock up and down the spine a few times. Nice. And then go ahead and come into down dog. So just tuck the toes and lift the hips. Let those shoulders move up and around the ears. Lots of elevation here. And bring that right knee through for pigeon. Good. So you can tuck the back toes, pull that heel away from you. And then come onto the top of the foot, push down and get lots of length. When you're getting that length, slide the shoulder blades down the back. And then come on into a forward fold. We'll take a few breaths here and then we're going to come into a twist in this position. You can stay up on your left forearm and then take that other arm and reach around behind you and grab those toes. Good. So if you stay up on that forearm, you can kind of twist that whole torso. Oh, twist the other way, Diane. Yeah, stay on the left. Take that right arm, kind of open up the rib cage like this toward the window. Stay on your left forearm. Yeah, and then open up toward the window, like lift up a little bit more. So it kind of look like this, like open up toward that window, and then you can reach back and grab that foot. Unless that feels horrible. Oh, one more deep breath here. And then go ahead and come on out of that. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, and we'll lift right back up to down dog. And slide that left knee through. We'll do that same thing here. So tuck the back toes, push that heel away from you. So you want the length along that back leg. And then come onto the top of the back foot. Lots of length. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Same deep breaths into the low part of the ribs. One more breath here. And then come on into that forward fold. Nice. And then prop up onto that right forearm. So the torso's pretty high up here. And then reach back. That's almost impossible for me on this side. So reach back for those toes. Nice deep breaths. And then go ahead and release that little twist. Tuck the toes and lift up into down dog. Kind of walk the feet and hands toward each other. Keep the feet hip width apart. We're going to hang out here in just this hanging forward fold. Cross the arms and let the neck relax. And let those shoulders really soften up around the ears. Good. A few more deep breaths here. And then go ahead and walk the hands forward again. We'll come back into down dog. Nice work, you guys.
And then just lean forward into a plank position and lay down on the belly. And take the right arm out to the side, step back with that left foot. We'll come into that belly twist here. Good. Nice, even breaths. About one more minute. You know what that means. 6 breaths, maybe 8. And then go ahead and roll onto the belly. We'll do that on the other side. And all that length from that left shoulder all the way through that right hip. About 1 more minute. See where you can soften or just let go, even temporarily. Nice work. And then just roll onto the belly here, you guys. Maybe turn the head to the other side for a few breaths. Mm-hmm. Really nice. We'll do that awkward one, that other one on the belly. So you can take the right knee out to the side and then slide that right arm under on over to the other side and use that other hand to kind of push you into this twist. This gets in right into that mid thoracic area, hard to get into. I think I like a block under my head when I do this, actually. Nice deep breaths here. Nice work. Slowly let that go, and then we'll do that on the other side. Straighten that right leg and take that left knee out to the side, and then that left arm under and through. And slowly come on out of this. And make your way to child's pose. Nice. And then go ahead and lift on up to a tabletop position. We'll do some of those super active cat cow shapes here. So we'll start by pushing down and pulling the belly in and up and push the shoulder blades away from each other. Push into the floor through the tops of the feet and the shins as well. So it's all that pressure that is causing the back to round. Pull the belly in and up. And then keep that belly engaged as you level out. And then start to slide the shoulder blades down the back. That naturally pushes you into a back bend. You don't have to do anything else. Bring the gaze forward and just keep pushing the shoulder blades down as you're pulling the belly in and up. And then keep everything engaged. Come back to neutral and then actively push down as you push up through the front body here. Get that big round back. Super active. Keep everything engaged as you level out and then start sliding the shoulder blades down the back and just notice what happens. The pelvis tilts, the head comes forward. All those things happen naturally just by moving the shoulder blades. It's almost like you want to kind of isometrically pull your knees and hands toward each other, but they're not really going anywhere. Also, just keep pushing the shoulder blades down. And then we'll come back to neutral and we'll do that one more time. So really push down, push that front body into the spine, push the shoulder blades away from each other, push into the floor. Keep everything super engaged. Keep the belly in as you level out. And then just start to actively push the shoulder blades down. That naturally tilts the pelvis forward. Naturally, the head comes forward, the gaze comes forward. And then come on back to neutral and just take a couple of breaths in child's pose. You can bring the arms alongside the body again here. Let the shoulders relax. And bring the torso up. Swing the legs around to the front. Take the feet wide. And we'll come on into a straddle. Good. Just notice how the body moves as you breathe. It's really easy to daydream here, and that's totally fine. But also, you can stay right here just by noticing how the body moves as you breathe. And then start to walk the torso up. We'll swivel over that left leg and come on into a forward fold. You got it. And then walk the torso up and we'll swivel over that other leg and come right back down. Two more deep breaths here. And then walk the torso up and take the left shoulder all the way inside that knee and reach up overhead. Very similar to the big side stretch we did lying on the back, just one leg's in a different position. Bend that right knee if you want. That does give you a little bit of leverage here. Maybe if you like to roll onto your back, you're welcome to do that. I know Belinda likes that. Got two more deep breaths here. If you're on your back, just fling your way back up into your straddle, bring the torso up, and then we'll do that on the other side. Bring that right shoulder way to the inside and just kind of figure out
what works best. Just getting all that length along that left side of the torso here. Even breaths here. Relax the jaw. Good. A few more deep breaths here. And roll back to center. Bring the torso up. Nice work, you guys. And then you can just come into a cross leg position, whatever works for you. And we'll finish with one last shoulder stretch, just that eagle pose. So I'm going to bring my right arm under my left, and maybe you can interlace the hands here or not, doesn't really matter. You just want to pull the elbows up in line with the shoulders. And then kind of let the elbows drop before you unwind the arms. And then we'll do that on the other side, the left arm on bottom this time. Once you get sorted, and push the elbows up. And let the elbows drop down first and then unwind the arms. And just kind of let all of that go. Nice work today, you guys. I hope you liked that class. See you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.